Kings and queens, that fire that you see behind me is a fire that exists within you. It exists within me. We have within us the ability to burn up, to destroy anything within us and outside of us that is operating in disorder. So when you hear me talking about the Abosom, the Orisha, the Vodun, the one who governs our head, our spirit, in English, the translation for that is the word soul. That's our soul. So you understand that's that part of God that was given to us before we even incarnated into this realm to guide us through, to give us the instructions. We have been misled into accepting disorder. We have been led into believing that God is a God that excuses disorder. But when we behave in a disorderly manner, it is offensive to the Abosom that governs our spirit, that governs our head. And that Abosom will move away from us, still attached, but it will move away from us. The lie that we only live once, YOLO, you only live once, it's a lie. I've come to speak the truth. This is a truth that is known throughout our culture, wherever you find us in the world. That's why we're always honoring our ancestors and our ancestresses. Right here, sorry, right there. It says, may the circle be unbroken. That's sacred spaces. You are a sacred space. You are a place, a temple where the Abosom take up residence and govern the different organs and organ systems within your body. If you understood how powerful you are, even if I understood how powerful I am, the disorder that we're dealing with would be eradicated, but we're growing into that. Within our breath is a fire. It's the fire of life. It's the fire of the life force of the creator and the creatress. You can blow on your hand, and that's cool air, right? But now make that air hot. How did you do that? How did you heat it up so many degrees instantly? Can you tell me how you did that? You can go and research. But guess what? We are in communication with those who govern the elements. Everything, the elements, everything in creation is alive. And that's how we, from the beginning of time, have received our information. It's how we know what we know. It's how we confirm truth. It's how we know about the cosmos long before the white man came along and gave us what he calls science and what he thought was true, which often ends up to be, oh, that's not true. We discovered something else. But you go back to the temples in Kemet, and you can see written in stone. You see, they knew something was coming. Something was coming that would threaten to destroy us. And we had to leave messages written in stone so prolific that it could not be erased. There's a fire that burns and a fire that purifies, a fire that burns and destroys, and a fire that purifies, burning away the dross, burning away the disorder. And we come into the presence of that fire at the altar. Because at the altar, our lives are altered. At the altar, it's like picking up your phone. You see my phone. Picking up your phone I can see you from across the street, but if I pick up my phone and I call you, now we can have a one-on-one conversation. When you have an altar in your home, then you understand at that altar, you're going to listen. You're going to listen to your own soul. They already know everything about you. There's nothing that you need to share with them or give them that they don't know. Nothing. Our job is to come into alignment with them, to be able to distinguish their voice from the voices of others around, others that we would listen to. We have spirits in bodies and spirits outside of bodies. And they can influence us for the good or for the bad. But when we are in alignment with our own soul, we naturally repel the disorder. We burn it up. People who are behaving in a disorderly manner can't stand to be in our presence because their spirit is one, it doesn't match. It's like putting two magnets of the same side together. It's not going to stick. They're going to repel. So meet me in the next video so we can continue this conversation.